Hey y'all, today I'm doing an Ariana Grande inspired makeup look. For the base, I'm using the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream with the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. I'm pouring both of these on the back of my hand and mixing it in with a buffing brush. Both of these foundations are really good because they're really high coverage and it covers my redness really well. And a plus is that it's a really good color match for me, which is rare because I have yellow toned skin. So I'll list the shades that I'm using down in the description box. And for concealer, I'm using the MAC Prep+Prime highlighter, and I'm just drawing triangles under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose. I'm doing this to highlight my cheekbones and my nose bridge because I have a pretty flat face, so I need my highlight. To set my makeup, I'm using the Ben Nye Luxury Powder, and I'm just dusting this all over my face with a kabuki brush. Because this is such a finely milled powder, it doesn't set in the fine lines and it does not look cakey. The bronzer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me bronzer, and I'm sucking in my cheeks to find where I'm putting my bronzer because I have such a round face. And I'm putting it under my cheekbones and on my forehead. And for blush, I'm using the Paula's Choice palette, and my palette is getting really dirty because I've been using it for a while. I'm using the lighter shades and I'm just gently tapping it on. Yeah, be gentle or you'll have to rub it off like I did. And for my brows, I'm using a spoolie to brush through my brows to get all the excess foundation off. And I'm filling them in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil. And I'm using the same technique. I'm drawing really fine lines to mimic the look of brow hairs. I'm also using the pencil to shape my brows a little bit straighter than they usually are because I have more of an arch than Ariana. And then I'm going to use the e.l.f. brow gel cream, still don't know the name, and I'm just going to do the same thing with a liner brush. I'm going to draw very fine hairs on my brows. Then I'm using the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast Mascara to brush through my brows. Again, this is the black mascara that I was using in my last video, and this really helps define your brows a lot more and make them look a lot more natural than just filling them in. And then for eyeshadow, I'm using the Etude House Cute Eyes Maker, and I'm using the shimmery side as a highlight on my inner corners, and I'm using the darker side as an eyeshadow base. Then I'm using the Milani Big Blush in Dolce Pink, and I'm just going to tap this lightly on both of my lids. Then I'm going back to my palette and I'm using the contour shade as the crease color. Then I'm going in with a blending brush and I'm just going to blend out the crease color and the lid color and the highlight and everything. And this is going to make the eyeshadows look a lot softer. Then I'm using this Dolly Wink pencil eyeliner, and I'm just lining my upper and lower waterline. You can really use any kind of eyeliner. I just think it's the easiest to line your waterlines with a pencil eyeliner, and I'm making a really ugly face. Just ignore that face. And for lashes, I'm using these Ardell Demi Wispies, and they're such pretty lashes, and I'm gonna use this I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm using this glue that you can find like literally everywhere, and I'm just putting this on my eyes as close as possible to my lash line. And you really don't have to worry about getting it right the first time because it takes a while for the glue to dry, so just push the lashes really close to your lash line as you go along. And then you do the same for your other eye, and I didn't show you how I put the glue on my lashes, so I just squeeze a little bit out and then I line it from the tube very lightly. You don't want to use a lot. And then I do this trick where I use my finger to sweep the side of the lash band so all the excess comes off. this is gonna make less glue show when you're sticking it on. So you're doing the same thing, you're just plopping it down on your lash line and you're gonna tap it in little by little as it dries up. Tell me if y'all want to see a full fake lashes tutorial, because I know it can be tricky. And then I'm using the eyelash curler to lightly clamp down so my real lashes can line up with my fake lashes. Then I'm using this Kiko gel liner, and I'm just using this to hide the glue that was used earlier. And I'm just doing a really thin line on top of the lashes, and I'm extending it just a little bit to do a wing look. You want to start from the inner corners of your eyes and slowly work your way out. For contour, I'm using the same, Maybelline Fit Me bronzer, and I'm contouring the two sides of my nose tip, and I'm going to do the same with the two sides of my nose. I'm doing like heavier contour for this look because Ariana has a very skinny nose. And then I'm blending it out with my fingers. For my lips, I'm using the same Kiko Velvet Matte Lipstick in Pink Carnation because it's such a pretty pink color and it matches Ariana's look. And here's the finished look. I hope you liked this video. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.